I'm Bob Gebbia, CEO of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and it's an honor for me to welcome you to the Out of the Darkness experience. A heartfelt thanks goes to all of you, our amazing friends and supporters, for participating in this event and for raising awareness and funds for suicide prevention. Now, clearly, much has changed since last year's Out of the Darkness community walk. It's a challenging time. And on behalf of all of us at AFSP, our thoughts are with you and your families during this pandemic. We hope you are staying safe and healthy. And I can assure you the pandemic has not deterred AFSP from its work. We've adapted our life-saving programs, delivering them virtually, wherever and whenever possible, including Talk Saves Lives, our most used public education program. From the start of the pandemic, AFSP has been a leading voice about caring for one's mental health, using traditional and social media to convey messages about self-care, that physical distancing doesn't mean social isolation, and about staying in treatment or seeking treatment through telemental health. Now, we continue to make progress across all areas of our work. Our investment in research has continued with 38 new studies funded since the start of the pandemic. We reached 1 million people during May Mental Health Month with our #RealConvo campaign. And in June, we launched new Seize the Awkward public service ads to empower teens and young adults to help a friend who is struggling. We held 38 state advocacy days since last fall, and the first ever virtual federal advocacy, where we had 1,400 participants from 50 states contact their members of Congress to support improved crisis services for people in emotional distress. And as an organization, we are speaking out about the inequities in access to mental health care, in particular for communities of color, and we continue to advocate for ending all health care disparities. Our interactive screening program continues to be used in schools and workplaces, giving people a safe and anonymous way to reach out for support. Since the start of the program, we've connected over 180,000 people to help they would not have otherwise sought. And when suicide does occur, AFSP is there to support the families and friends with programs and resources. This year alone, we will host more than 400 International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day events to offer comfort and support. None of this work would be possible without all of you and hundreds of thousands of others. We need you to be involved because our work is more critical than ever. Based on the latest CDC data, the suicide rate in the U.S. continues to trend up, and we are concerned that the isolation and grief and economic impact of the pandemic could contribute to further loss of life from suicide. But we believe an increase in suicide isn't inevitable, and with greater investment in mental health care and suicide prevention now, we can avert any increase and save many lives. Your participation in this event is lifting up those who struggle with thoughts of suicide, and you are remembering loved ones who we've lost, sons and daughters, siblings and parents, spouses, partners, and friends. The involvement of each of you is so critical to our mission of saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide. Everything AFSP is doing is a direct result of your willingness to get involved. I hope you will stay involved. Because of you, we are able to fight for a day when no one will die by suicide. I look forward to seeing you all in person at an event sometime in the future. But until then, thank you and stay safe.
Hello, and welcome to the Out of the Darkness experience for Monroe County, DeKalb County, and Quincy. Just a word about the Out of the Darkness community walks. The core of the Out of the Darkness walks, the community walks, created a movement. Held in hundreds of cities across the country, they give people the courage to open up about their own struggle or loss and the platform to change our culture's approach to mental health. While this year's events may look a little different, our mission to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide has not changed. We are a strong and resilient community, united in our effort to fight suicide, raise awareness, educate our communities, advocate for better public policies, support those who have lost loved ones, and support those with lived experience. We use our voices and share our stories to provide hope. And hope will not be canceled. As you may know, our mission at AFSP is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. Suicide is a health issue, just like any other health issue. And suicide can be prevented, and you know that, and that's why you participate in our events like these Out of the Darkness walks and experiences. Together, we can create a culture that's smart about mental health and suicide prevention. And together, we know there is nothing that can stop us in our fight against suicide. And so today, I just want to take a few moments in this virtual program to thank you for coming, first of all, and to thank our top fundraisers and top teams. So first of all, I'd like to mention the DeKalb County Experience. Their top fundraisers are Michelle Hill, Christine Rothwell, Shannon Brooks, Rich Hill, and Shelley Ocker. And for DeKalb County, the top teams are Team Marcus, Smitty's Survivors, Missy's Misfits, Remembering Amy, and Beautiful. And next, I'd like to thank our Quincy top fundraisers and top teams. First of all, for Quincy, we have Kelly Honer, Beth Clay, Deanna Luffers, in honor of Jackson and Kim, Mary Jane Kincaid, our wonderful event chair, Sherry Goodwin, and then our top teams for Quincy are Jalen Neff, You Are Somebody, Remembering Randy, Katie, and Bo, the Quincy Medical Group Behavioral Health Department, and Team Mikey. And Quincy had some very generous sponsors this year, which I would like to take a moment to recognize. Blessing Health System, always joining as a nice sponsor each year. Thank you so much for the support. We have Shelter Strong, Shelter Insurance, and this is actually the Richard Horner agent there. Huber, Pepsi, and Brushwhackers. Thank you, Quincy sponsors. Moving on, I would like to highlight our Monroe County top fundraisers and top teams. This is a first-year walk, which turned into a first-year experience, and Monroe County has really risen to the occasion and is just doing a great job, and we have high hopes for Monroe County moving on and can't wait to welcome them to one of our more traditional events next year. But for now, let's recognize them. Here are the Monroe County top fundraisers. Nikki Harrison, one of our event chairs, thank you. Jennifer Hoffman, Dawn Woodall, the other event chair, thank you, Dawn. Bethany Miller, and Megan Grantham. And then for the top teams for Monroe County, we have Team Noah, David's D-Line, Team Craig Range, Austin Flork, and Team Neary. Wonderful fundraising by these fundraisers and teams. Thank you so much, Monroe County. And I would be very remiss not to mention the Monroe County sponsors. It is unusual in this year to have any sponsors at all at our events. And so for Monroe County, a first-year sponsor, a first-year walk rather, to have this many sponsors is frankly amazing. And first of all, I'd like to highlight their presenting sponsor, Lure Brothers, whom you see at the top of this slide. And I'll just say that they are the presenting sponsor because they came in at a whopping $10,000 sponsorship, which makes them your presenting sponsor for your entire experience. And if we were together in a traditional event, they would have a tent and a table at the event, and we will be sure that they get those benefits next year. Regardless, if they join us again next year, we will take care of our presenting sponsor in as many ways as we can. So thank you, Lure Brothers. And then moving on, there are some other fabulous sponsors. This is an amazing amount of sponsors to come in. from a new experience here. So we have Grand Slam Sports Academy, Accent Title, Waterloo Automotive, St. Louis Steamers, Eversmeyer Mortgage Team, Ann Briar Golf Course, Outsider, First National Bank. I would call this Sid and Stricker Knob. Please forgive me if I've mispronounced that. Coast to Coast, Superior Home Loans, Mike and Michelle Lure, of course, thank you, and Steffenauer and Associates CPA. Again, an absolutely amazing display of sponsors for a first-year experience, and certainly in a very unusual year. Thank you to all sponsors, and we'd love for you to join us next year, but either way, we're going to take care of you guys next year when we have more of a traditional event. So thank you all.
Hi, Raquel. My name is Simple Patel, and I currently serve on the board of directors for AFSP Illinois, and I had the pleasure of joining you guys in person last year, and I'm so sad that it's going to look a little bit differently this year, but on behalf of AFSP Illinois, we want to say thank you so much for all the hard work and effort that you've put into this. Our work is continuous, and we are very thankful for everything that you guys do. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm Mary Jane Dent, and I'm the Out of the Darkness Walk Chair this year for Quincy Out of the Darkness Experience. I have become affiliated with American Foundation for Suicide Prevention after the loss of my beautiful, sweet son at the age of 14. At that time, there was not much support and a lot of social shaming and a lot of isolation that we felt. And my goal today, my fight today is to help bring awareness, support, to help reduce suicide, to make sure that no other parent has to go through what I've went through. The reason why I went to American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is that information is always there free. They will train you. They will send videos to your school. They will send speakers wherever you need them. Their goal is to reduce suicide by 20% in 2025, and I think it can happen. We've had a bad go around in our tri-state area in the last couple months. We've lost 4 people, and this is just unbelievably traumatic and sad. So we have to fight this. We have to get the word out. We have to teach people how to ask, are you really okay? And it's okay to talk to me if you're not. That's my goal today, and that's my fight. So we're excited to have this walk. It's been a little different this year due to COVID. We have to limit the number of people on the field by 50 people, and we will be following PPE guidelines and taking temperatures. And I want to thank everybody, the team members, the organizers, our sponsors, for being so gracious and so polite with all the changes that we have this year. And I sure hope to see you there. And we are doing this for a worthy cause. And have a great day.
Hi, we want to welcome you to the virtual program for the first annual Monroe County Out of the Darkness Walk. My co-chair Dawn and I have both lost sons to suicide, and we felt that Monroe County would be a great addition to the hundreds of cities across the country to hold a community walk. Since starting the planning back in March, a lot has changed, but not our wonderful community. We are humbled by your kindness and generosity. We want to say a huge thank you to our sponsors. We cannot tell you how much you mean to us. Even though our event will not be exactly what we anticipated, we are thankful we still found a way to have an in-person walk. Although we can't bring back our sons, our mission is to raise awareness and funds that will help save lives and bring hope to all of those who have been affected by suicide.
I wear orange for the loss of a sibling.
The white is for the loss of our child.
Green is for a personal struggle.
Purple is for losing a relative or friend.
We wear honor beads at the Out of the Darkness walks as a way to pay tribute to a loved one lost, a personal struggle, or a victory.
They come in different colors that represent the many ways that we're all connected to the cause of suicide prevention.
Since suicide so often is hidden and kept in the dark, the honor beads are really special because it's your way to be very open about your loss.
Gold is for losing a parent.
Silver represents the loss of a veteran or a first responder.
Red for losing a spouse or partner.
And teal represents having friends or family that struggle.
When I see other people with the same colored beads as me, it gives me hope that there's a future for all of us.
It's fantastic being here with these people who feel how I feel.
I wear orange, teal, and purple beads.
I wear green and teal beads.
I wear silver and teal beads.
And we all wear blue beads to show we support the cause.
Find your connection at afsp.org/honorbeads.
Okay, and what we saw just there was a short video kind of explaining the honor beads and what they mean for AFSP and the people that wear them. And here we have a really nice graphic. This is an honor bead display at one of our walks in an honor bead ceremony where people are proudly displaying the beads that they wear. This is what we would be doing if we were together in person. We are not, however. So I would like to take you through a brief honor bead ceremony that you can participate in virtually. Especially if you're joining us in the live preview on YouTube, you'll be able to add some commentary into the chat feature. And we're just going to go through this really quickly and kind of honor those we have lost with these different bead colors. As you can see here, they represent the connection to the cause. So as I read out each bead color, if you are joining us and able to put the name of your lost loved one or yourself, if you are the person who struggles, you can put that into the chat. That would be great. It's a little bit of an interactive way we can all honor our loved ones and have a bit of a memorial activity here to close out this day. Okay, first are the white beads. If you wear the white beads, you have lost a child. So if you wear the white beads at our Out of the Darkness events or at our Survivor Day events, you can take a moment right now and write the name into the chat feature. Gold beads are for the loss of a parent. If you're joining us now and you wear the gold beads, feel free to put the name of your lost parent in the chat. Teal beads are for those who are supporting someone who struggles with mental health issues. So if you wear teal beads, you are supporting someone who deals with some mental health struggles. Absolutely put your own name in the chat if you would like to, or you can put the name of the person that you support as well if you think they would feel comfortable. Silver beads are for the loss of a first responder or military member. If you have lost someone that was a first responder or part of our military, please feel free to write their name in the chat right now. Red beads for the loss of a spouse or partner. If you wear red beads at our events and you would like to honor your loved one, you can type their name in the chat feature now. Purple beads are very general. They're for the loss of a relative or friend. So everyone can wear the purple beads at our events, and they're always the ones that run out the fastest. So if you are honoring someone today, a relative or a friend, maybe not in a different category that we've already stated, you can go ahead and type their name in. Orange beads are for the loss of a sibling. You have lost a sibling to suicide. Please feel free to type their name into the chat now. And green beads for a personal struggle. If you're joining us as someone who has had your own mental health challenges or are an attempt survivor, you would wear the green beads at our events, and you are welcome to put your name in the chat feature. Blue beads support the cause. I think everyone at every event picks up the blue beads, so feel free to type your own name in at this point. You support the cause by being here. Thank you. And finally, just a few ways to connect with us. Here you see our website, our email, and of course you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at these handles that you see listed here. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions at any time. And we do still have some mental health resources that are specific to the COVID-19 pandemic. We have our AFSP COVID-19 site, which is afsp.org/COVID-19. We partnered with PsychHub for the COVID-19 Mental Health Resource Hub, and you can see that URL as well. And then Call for Calm here in Illinois is you can text TALK or hablar to 552020 if you need some help finding local resources. And of course, if you or anyone you know is ever in crisis, please do not hesitate to reach out and call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK, or you can text TALK TALK to 741-741. Thank you for joining us today and for joining us in the fight to stop suicide. Once again, thank you for joining us.